Look at Nugent.
Right.
Nugent went bad for the Jets. He's kicking well for the Bengals this year after they cut the kid who had those misses against the Jets last year in the playoffs.
Graham,
Yeah. So there's my point. A guy goes bad to good to bad to good. I mean, it happens. You're just making changes. So hopefully you can catch a guy who's kicking well at that time. It is a position that nobody really can figure out. How guys go good to bad and back again so quickly. So
Well, they need to talk with Adam Vinatieri, Sebastian Janikowski, David Akers, and figure out how they do it. I think it's just simple. It's really a mental game in some sense. But I mean,
you're probably right.
we spent like 5 minutes talking about kickers. Let's continue with more games.
Well, the kicker psyche is a tough thing. Anyway, Detroit at Dallas. Here's a game now where Dallas can win and just reestablish Jason Garrett. I tell you what,
This is just a couple.
Wade Phillips had been looking at that game last week and say, where was this team the first 8 weeks?
Yep.
Where was this effort? Where was this? What could I say? Where was this camaraderie? Where was this the first 8 weeks?
Watching the game at home, I think he complete mutiny at this point. I think just by that one game, you beat one of the best teams.
What does that say about the players, though? Dallas is going to win this game.
Yeah.
Dallas is going to get a little bit of confidence. They're going to play a little bit better. They're not going to be a 2-12 team or 2-14 team.
Dallas is going to win.
Dallas are going to finish the season right around 500. They'll make up some ground.
Yep.
Oakland at Pittsburgh. Number one, Stafford, we know, is out. Are they going to go with Hill or are they going to go with Stanton? It looks like they're going to go with Hill again, even though he's still throwing with just one arm.
Does it really matter?
All right. No, not really. Oakland at Pittsburgh. Here's an interesting game because the Raiders are playing better.
This is a good game.
Shades of Jack Lambert and Fred Biletnikoff.
Oh, Lord. Here we go. Stickum versus the guy with no teeth.
You're right. Well, that was Lambert.
Yeah.
Mean Joe Green tackling Kenny Stabler.
Steel curtain.
I think Pittsburgh is going to bounce back. They're going to be a really mad team. I think the beating they took at the hands of the Patriots.
Yep.
You never want to play a good team on the road after they just got their lunch handed to them the week before. So Oakland is playing better. Jason Campbell is playing a little bit better. I like what the Raiders are doing with McFadden, but I still think Pittsburgh comes back and wins this game. Washington at Tennessee. Washington, oh boy, I tell you, that's a tough team to figure out also. They're 4-5 now. They can look so good in beating the Eagles at the Eagles, and then the Eagles come into Washington and just, wipe the floor with them.
Yeah.
Tennessee is going to win this game. It's a big game for them. They're a game behind the Colts now.
I'm going to go Tennessee by at least 2 possessions.
We're getting into that time of the season now where now playoffs now are on the horizon. We're only halfway through, barely over halfway.
Yep.
But now teams are starting to look at games as not just crucial, but critical game for Tennessee to stay in the race. They win that game. Buffalo at Cincy, who cares? Cincy will win this game. Buffalo's not going to get that run. Cincy win this game.
Buffalo's winning this game.
No, not at Cincy. Cincy's actually playing a little bit better than the record shows. They've been showing a lot of heart at the end of the games. Buffalo's defense stinks. I think Cincinnati's going to score a lot of points. Arizona at KC.
Arizona at KC.
KC has not looked good the last 2 weeks. They lost a tough one in overtime at
Yeah, but
Oakland.
they're playing Arizona at home. End of story. Kansas City.
All right. Arizona's, like I said, Arizona's on their way down. They're a team that
They've
really
been
is,
on their way down.
Yeah, they're on
telling
their way down. So Kansas City's going to win again. Cleveland at Jacksonville. Jacksonville's playing better. Cleveland's playing better. But Cleveland's wins have been really surprise wins. They could have had a 3-game winning streak.
Yep.
But Jacksonville, Garrard's playing better. I like Jacksonville at home in this game, although Cleveland's going to keep it close. Colt McCoy, the real deal. All right. Is Cribbs going to play?
I could have told you that Colt McCoy was the real deal. Josh Cribbs is going to play.
All right. Josh Cribbs is going to play, but still he has no receivers.
So?
I mean, McCoy.
Muhammad Massaquoi is a good wide receiver.
Yeah, I know. He's got 1 catch this year.
Okay, well, they need to use him more.
All right.
Okay, he's a good wide receiver. He's a professional. He's an NFL wide receiver. All right, that's plain and simple. He should be able to run routes like anybody else. And Muhammad Massaquoi, when he was in college, he was a good wide receiver. So why can't he just do it again in Cleveland?
I still think Jacksonville's going to win this game.
Oh, yeah, well, Jacksonville will win it, yes.
Because Sims Walker, you got Maurice Jones-Drew, who's running the ball real well. I think Jacksonville wins this game because it's at Jacksonville. This is one of those games where
Listen, Cleveland's going to have a lot of good defensive backs covering Mike Sims Walker.
Yeah.
covering Mercedes Lewis.
Right.
Obviously, Thomas, who caught the touchdown pass
Right.
at the end. Hey, don't forget about the 2 other guys that they got there. Tyquan Underwood being one of them.
All right, Baltimore at Carolina. Baltimore is going to win this game.
Baltimore
Is going to be one of those
Hey,
teams that are
you know when
really.
I was talking about how they pass the ball too much? It doesn't really matter what they do in this game.
Nah, I know they're going to win this game.
Just-
Carolina
yeah.
just mailed it in.
Carolina's
Green Bay and
just
Minnesota. Well, Minnesota make a last stand. Just to show, hey, look, we're still around.
Just to be pesky?
Just to be pesky, and Favre would love to knock Green Bay out of it. Green Bay would love to knock Favre out of it.
I think
Green Bay wins this game in Minnesota.
Green Bay wins this game overtime.